Alright, so continuing on with everything, right? Let's look at the startup applications. Alright, so if you try to find this within PowerUp, you will not see it. Okay, so we do have to do an iCackles for it. Alright, or IC, ACLs, however you want, whatever you want to call it, okay? But we do have to do that for something like this. You will not see it in PowerUp. Alright, but we do have startup applications, we do have full rights for it. So if we go ahead and we actually look at that, let me go ahead and print screen that one more time. That didn't seem to take it. There we go. Okay, so we can see if we run that iCackles command, right? Let's go ahead and head over to what is this PowerShell over here, okay? And let me make that a little bit bigger for you guys. Properties 16. Okay, so make that a little bigger. We run that iCackles command, icacls.exe for C program data Microsoft Windows Start menu program startup. We can see that built-in users have F. That means that we have full rights, full access to this. Okay, so if we have full access to it, that means that we can mess with it, right? We can put something in there, or like a malicious file. So let's go ahead and create a malicious file. Let's start up MSF console over here, right? And up here we will, oh actually I already have MSF console started up, so we can actually stop that. We'll go ahead and we will exit out this interpreter shell right here. That's fine. Alright. We can move this guy way over. I still have my Python web server up and right? Let's go ahead and do an MSF venom. Tac P Windows / interpreter reverse TCP, right? And we're going to send that back to our L host, which is going to equal ton 0, our L port, which will make this equals 5.5. We don't want to do 4.4 again, because we already used that, right? Tac F will make it an executable, and we're going to call that, let's call it rev.exe, alright? And we'll go ahead and we'll throw that guy up into here. We'll get that guy over to him, and once we get it over to him, we can throw him into that C, in that startup program, right? We can throw it into Windows Start menu program startup. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a set our L host to ton 0 and set our L port 5555, and we'll run that. And let's go ahead and hop over here, go into Internet Explorer. Now remember, I do have that Python shell still up and running, 10.13.26.184. We'll go to rev.exe, and we're going to throw this, we're going to save this, and we're going to throw it into the C drive, wherever that's at, computer, C drive. Let me get the place again, I forgot exactly where it's at. Program data, Microsoft Windows. So C drive, program data, should be program files, right? C program data. Okay, C drive. Some of I'm not seeing that. Let's go ahead and do all files. See if we see something in here. Windows. Do we have startup in here? Huh. Is that, oh, that's set up. Let's try to find program data in here. The C drive, program data. Okay, C program data, Microsoft, must have been hidden. Microsoft Windows, right? C program data, Microsoft Windows Start menu. Windows Start menu, programs, startup. Is that correct? Start menu, program, startup. We'll go ahead and we'll save it in there. So we'll save that in here. And now to start back up again, what we're going to do is we're going to log out of here. And we're going to log back in as the administrator user. Let's go ahead and log out of here, right? And we're going to log back in as the administrator now. CM hacker, boom, boom. Let me make sure that's the correct IP address. It is. And I did mess up the password here. It should be 123. There we go. And let's go ahead and hop back over to him. And we should be seeing a reverse shell back over here. It might take a minute, but we should be seeing a reverse shell come back to us over here, as long as everything worked correctly. Go ahead and open up PowerShell, make sure that file's still in there. We're going to cd into C program data. CD into Microsoft. CD into, what was it after this? Wasn't it Windows? CD into Start menu. CD into Programs. And CD into Startup. And he is in there, rev.exe. We should have got something back over here. Let's go ahead and actually make the outhost 10.13.26.24. Because we should see him. Yep. See program startup. Yep, okay. See program data, Microsoft Windows Start menu, program startup, log off, log in with administrator confidentials. So we did that, but it doesn't seem to, I think we have to actually reset it. I'm going to try to reset it. What is it? We go to command prompt, we do a shutdown /R, that'll restart the machine, right? Let's try that. Let's try to restart the machine. We'll see what happens from here. I'll actually have to print screen that also. Just in case that actually works. And he should restart. Oh, looks like he's about to restart, huh? So he'll restart. If you do that /R, that's a restart. You don't want to just shut it down, obviously, because we can't just start it back up. We're on a VM, right? We can't just start back up like whenever we want. So we don't just want to just shut it down, right? So my phone also dies, so if anyone talks to me, I apologize for that. For me not being able to see it immediately. I do have to click out and then click back in. Let's go and try to ping this guy, see if he's starting back up or what. We'll see when he decides to start back up. Still trying to ping him, still nothing. So he might be taking a minute to start back up. Hopefully he just starts it right back up. We don't terminate him and restart all over again. That's starting up. Let's go ahead and see what else we have to do. Dll hijacking. You know, I like that. That's a good one. Power up. I do like to do Dll hijacking, like right there. Bin path. Alright. I'm pretty sure we actually saw a DACL service before. Uh-oh. I wonder if we have to do a map. Attack PN. Let's try that for it. See if he gets anything. Since they do not ping. Or there, we just broke the machine with them too. It's lightning out. Can't sleep. It's a rough time. Looks like we're having some problems getting the machine to start back up again. With that shutdown /R, we should just restart it. So it looks like we may have to actually terminate the machine and hop back onto him and try his attack again. Let's go ahead and terminate him. It doesn't look like he's coming back up. Let's give him a couple more minutes. It might take like 5 minutes to start back up, huh? So let's give him a couple more minutes and we'll see what to do from there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's starting back up again. So that's good. Starting to see some reports. There's 3389, 139, 445. So we're starting to see some stuff again. Doesn't look like that. He got that reverse shell though. Let's go and hop back into him. We'll re-download that guy, put him back in that spot, and see if we can get him to work. Let's go ahead and re-download this guy. Oh, there we go. We actually got it. Boom. So we got our interpreter session. Let's do a get UID, and we do have it. So awesome. So we got an interpreter session for that one. All right, easy day. Awesome. We cannot do a get system on this guy. All right, that is okay. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and exit out of this one, like right here. So we got that one on that one. Let's see what's next. Next is after start application, Dll hijacking. Now Dll hijacking, we should be able to actually do that with power up. Let's go ahead and exit out of here and go back into our regular user rate. Starting off as a administrator isn't really privilege escalation now, is it? Let's go ahead and we'll hop back in as a regular user here. We'll load up power up and we'll do some Dll hijacking. See what we can get with that. Definitely spelled that wrong. There we go. Ask me later. Okay. And we will. GP sucks. And we will go ahead and open up PowerShell again. Or actually, yeah, let's go through command PowerShell. Because if I open up command prompt, that opens up all weird. So open up PowerShell, go into command prompt. Let me get this guy bigger for you guys again. Properties. Text 16. Okay. Okay. And we'll go into command prompt. And we'll do a PowerShell attack EP bypass, right? Execute policy bypass. And then while we're back into here, CD into tools, desktop tools, dir, go and CD into power up, CD into power up. All right. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll run that power up.ps1 file. Then we'll do an invoke all checks. And we should be able to see DLL hijacking on here. Should. We'll find out here in a second. Alright, we do. Well, I just saw DLL pass somewhere. There we go. So we do have a couple places, okay? ctemp, and we have this web WLBSCTRL. Alright, DLL that we might be able to do something with. Now they want us to do the DACL service, right? Now how can we actually see if a DLL is hijackable, right? If we don't know, if let's say this doesn't come up with anything, because it's obviously not coming up with the DACL service, supposedly that has a, and we can restart it also with that guy. These ones are telling us if we can restart it or not, so we'd have to actually try to restart them, right? Whatever this belongs to. Now how can we actually see if something is hijackable or not, okay? So I just want to see what they actually want to do. They actually want us to look at Dll Hijack service. So they want us to look at something like that. And they also want us to make a whole nother something like that, hijack me. They also want us to do something like this, like right here, where we're actually doing the C and then bring it over again, compiling it and everything. So what I want to do is we're going to do a CD back, dir. Okay, we can look at, it should be process monitor. Okay, let's go ahead and upload that procmon.exe, get that guy started up. Agree. And once we open up this procmon, looks like we're going to have to do it for either one of the two. We'll do myself, who cares? So we have to actually have procmon going, have to be administrator. That's kind of funny. Because this is the way that you would actually see DLLs, things like that. Alright, so what we can do is we can go to filter, alright, and we want to filter like response, some of that, and we want to filter for architect is no. We want to find what actually has it, and it says that it's bad or whatever. Ends with, contains, boom boom, then include. Let's see here. We want to find one that's actually missing a DLL, so that we can actually do a filter just for that. Name not found. There we go. So we want to filter for name not found. So filter, and we can do, and that is in results. Is that correct? Result. We want to say is name not found. Let's go ahead and add that. Okay. Filter like right there. Alright, so this is everything that's showing that name is not found. Okay. So from here, we want to look up DLLs, right? I believe we can also filter it just by DLLs. I'll figure out how to do that part of it. But we want to look for name not found, and let me see here. Time of day, user, integrity, category, detail, duration. I'll just figure out how to do it for path, maybe, and we'll do star DLL. Let's do path. Then we could do .dll is, or can we do is not more than begins ends with .dll. Let's try some of that. Add that out of there. Okay, so begins with end with. So we came up. We saw a couple more things just happen, like right there, right? So is name not found ends with .dll. So we got this procmon like right here. We can go check this guy out, you guys. So procmon64.exe. Supposedly this one has something, right? I think if we right click on it, no. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. Do I do apply? There we go. Name not found. What we got over here? So here's a whole bunch of DLLs that are not found, right? So as we can see, there's a lot of DLLs that are not found in here, right? So now what we really need to do is just figure out a service that we can actually restart. Okay, so we're not going to look in System 32. That's most likely not going to work for us, right? Windows Media Player has some stuff in there, but these are different DLLs. They're not found. We got the process name over here. SVC host. I'm trying to see if that one actually falls into here also, because that one might not even be running. It might not even be up and running like right now. Let's try to actually get it up and running, and we'll filter that out again, and we'll see what happens from there. So what was that thing called again? It was called Dll Hijack service.exe. I don't know where that's at, but I'm sure we can find it. Open the tools folder on desktop, the process monitor folder. In reality, executable will be counted from the victim's host over the attack machine for analysis during runtime. Yep. Alternatively, the same software can be installed in the attacker's host for analysis in case they can't obtain it. To simulate this, right click on procmon.exe and select Run as Administrator from the menu of procmon, select Filter, select Process Name. Okay, so it wants us to do Process Name Dll Hijack Service. So, filter filter. It wants to do process name. DLL hijack service. Add that. Apply that. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that. Remove that .dll. Remove apply. Okay, so I don't think that he's actually up and running like right now. I think that's what the problem is. So let's go ahead and try to find him, get him up and running like real quick. And we'll go from there, right? So let's do some of that. Thank you very much, 612-812. Let's try to get this guy up and running first. So let's go ahead and find DLL hijack service. DLL hijack. What is this? I don't know where this is actually at. This DLL hijack service is even at. If he was running power up, probably would have actually picked him up also. See if he's in here at all anywhere. Might actually be able to find him if we just keep reading down here. So Windows DLL.c. DLL service. Okay, so let's go ahead and start DLL service. He might not actually be running. So let's see here. Let's go to command prompt. Right, and we'll do a right click on him. Home. And that's start. DLL service. Service is starting. Okay, so it wasn't started. So now that's started, let's go ahead and look at that aircrack-ng again, right? So we can go ahead and filter everything out again, right? So let's go ahead and do a filter again. So there's our DLL hijack service right there. So it's in here now, right? So now let's start to, and there's our names not found and everything. Let's go ahead and go to filter. We're going to filter for DLL hijack service under process name. DLL hijack. Okay. We can just say contains DLL hijack. We'll say okay. Do not add item. Oh, cancel. Add that. Okay, and we'll say hey, contains DLL hijack. Go ahead and apply that. All right, cool. So there we go. So it applied that, right? And then we'll say the I guess the path maybe, or should we do process? Yeah, we'll do path, and we'll say ends with .dll. Maybe we just say contains .dll. We'll apply that. Let's go ahead and apply that now. Okay. Let's see if we found anything useful in here so far. So we have hijack me.dll. Okay. And that's a name not found. So now what we can do, we can go to result to bring this down even more, right? Let's go ahead and filter by result. And we'll say name not found, right? We'll add that. And then we'll apply that. So right now what we're doing is we have the process name is now, because we actually did is, but process name contains DLL hijack. The result contains name not found. And the path contains .dll, or we can say ends with .dll. Okay, but we see all these in here now, right? And we say hijack me.dll. None of these are found. Okay, so if they're not found and we can actually restart that service, we may be able to actually we can overtake that DLL, right? So now that's actually up and running, I want to see something else. I want to see a power up actually sees it now. So let's go ahead and go to invoke all checks again. This is PowerShell. Oh, stags it out a bit. We gotta go back to command prompt. PowerShell attack EP bypass, and then we're gonna do our CD period slash power up. And then we'll do period slash power up.ps1 period slash power up.ps1. There we go. And then we'll do our invoke all checks again. And we should be able to see that now in DLLs. We'll find out here in a second. Should. I don't know if we'll actually see it or not. If PowerShell, if it freezes, you hit enter a couple times, that will also keep it going. Hijackable, so we're still not seeing anything for that guy like right there. We're still seeing this one like right here for the change service permissions. Let's go ahead and continue following this guy, right? And we'll look at that. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually print screen this like right here, just so I have it for my notes for later on, just in case I ever need it, right? There we go. And we will go ahead and we're going to do that whole thing again when we actually compile it, right? So let's take a look at, so filter, boom, boom. Okay, we already did all that, right? We already started and everything like that, right? Okay. So now scroll to the bottom of the window. On one of the highlights is also the server's trying to execute on C, which it did. If we look at like where the server's trying to execute at, all right, C Windows hijack me.dll. Then we also have a C temp hijack me.dll. We can most likely write to temp, right? We can most likely write to that. So that's like where we're going to go right there, okay? We could probably actually write up here also. The C program files, Dll hijack service, hijack me.dll. We'd probably write up there too. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to write that temp directory. So now let's go ahead and let's make a malicious MSF battle file, right? So let's see here, copy C to IBM. All right, we're not going to make a malicious MSF battle file. It's a joke. Okay, we're actually just going to take C users, user desktop tool source Windows DLL.C, and we're going to copy that back to us. Should never close out that interpreter session because then we could have copied it really easily. But we can probably just do a type and just copy it back to us in all honesty. So let's go ahead and look at type. We'll type, and we'll do that. Right click. Okay, so there's the Windows DLL.C. Let's go ahead and try to copy. We just copy and paste that. I'm wondering. I hate how Windows 7 works. Okay, supposedly I copied it. Let's try to paste it back over here. Nano Windows DLL. What do we actually want now? We actually want to make that .c, DLL.c. And no, we can't actually just copy and paste it like that. Of course we can't. Because, you know, Windows. I hate how Windows 7 works. See if that copied it. There we go. So I right clicked on it just so you guys know that's how we copied it. Alright, now you see here it has a system command.exe/k, who am I? We're going to do a command.exe, and we're actually going to do a we'll say net user Bob. Then we'll put a password form, right? Password 1/add. Now this should get wheels spinning. You know, we'd obviously want to actually make a what is it? A user that's already on the machine, an administrator, just like the last box showed us to do or whatever. So let's go ahead and now compile this guy, right? So I'm actually going to move this file. We're actually going to move Windows to be Windows.dll.c to Windows_dll.c. Just so I can copy and paste this command like right here. Just they open the text editor. Okay, we did that. And let's go ahead and throw in there hijack me DLL, right? Because that's what it was named over here, correct? Is hijack me.dll. So we have to name it the same thing, alright? So let's go ahead and throw that over into our guy over here. Okay. And he compiled. Awesome. And from here what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and now put that onto this machine over here into the C temp directory. Let's go ahead and cd into C temp and open up Internet Explorer, and we will do a 10.13.26.184. We're going to go ahead and we're going to grab that I know what we even called it. What do we call that guy? Hijack me.dll. Let's go ahead and grab that. Save. And we're going to save that in computer, C drive, temp. Right, because that's one of those places that's looking for that DLL file, right? and we'll call this hijack-me.dll. Save it in there. Let's go ahead and make sure that's saved correctly. dir. And we do have that hijack-me.dll now. Okay, so we'll close that. Now what we want to do is we want to go back to command prompt. We're going to do a net stop, and it's going to be that Dll service or whatever it was, right? That the Dll service, DLLSVC. And then we're going to go ahead and let's do a quick net user. Show that Bob's not in there. Alright, and I'm also actually going to do a quick, just so I can show what I actually put in this thing. Damn it. Make sure that we did that, like right there. Boom. Okay. And then from here we can make sure that we ran this command up here. Let me just go ahead and up. Nope, not that command. Boom. Go ahead and show that we ran that command like right there, and that compiled. We brought it over into here, right? Okay. And from here what we did is we are now going to try to run it, right? So we're going to do a net start DLLSVC, and now we should have hijacked a DLL. We should now have a user named Bob on here. Should. We'll find out. And once we do that also, we should actually see this thing actually change to where C10 actually is good again. Just so you know, like it found a thing for it, which is always funny. Okay. Net user, and we do have Bob on there now. So we have hijacked that CLL, that DLL, as you can see. Okay. So we did net stop, net start, right? And we now have the user Bob. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see if actually, if we refresh this guy, what's this? Jump to object. Can I probably need to exit out here and actually do it again, huh? File, capture events, run capture, then recapture, I guess. Kind of want to reset it or restart the currents of it, but we just go ahead and exit out of it and we'll restart from there. And then that DLL should actually be gone, which is, like I said, pretty funny because it's saying, oh yeah, it has a DLL now. Well, yeah, I mean, it has one. Not the best one, but it has one. So let's go ahead and minimize this. We'll exit out of here. We'll open up our tools. We'll go to our DLL export view. Was that it? No. Process monitor, procmon, and we do have to run it as an administrator. Remember we added Ryan in a while ago. We ran that procmon like right there. So I think it's kind of funny that we need to run as administrator because now actually filter on those. Filter. See, not see it anymore for some reason. Reset. We can just do a process name hijack is contains. Add that. Apply. For some reason it's not showing them anymore in here, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. We definitely got into them when we cracked that DLL service. Suppose we were exploring soon, even though we have an hour and 4 minutes left. Alright, let's go ahead and look at bin path. So, bin path one, right? We can actually utilize this guy, right? We saw that with power up, I believe it was. So if we hop back over here, go ahead and look at PowerShell. Oh, nope, I already have them open. We do an invoke all checks. Let's get back into PowerShell first. And then, nope, I gotta go back into command prompt, PowerShell, attack EP bypass. CD into C, users, user, desktop, tools, power up, period slash power up dot ps1. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll do an invoke all checks. And we should see that service on there, and past service on there. Once we do, there's our Dll service right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and show. Bam, copy that. Okay, and we'll throw him over into bin path. And let's go ahead and do we can just do an invoke service abuse name Dll service, and he should then create a username John and put it into the administrator group. We'll go ahead and we'll see. Sorry, I didn't right click. What was I thinking? Windows 7. Good job, Windows 7. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll copy that. Right click again to paste it. Hit enter. We do see his net user John password 123, so let's go ahead and do a net user and see if John's in there, and he is John. Okay, so there's that one, like right there, right? Easy day on that one. Okay, and for the last one for this video, we're doing uncoded service path again. We are going to do, except for this time, we're just going to do a command for this one, right? And we are going to do another one, and what we're going to do is, let's see what service path they actually want to use. I know there's some that like you don't want to use because they may be part of like the box actually working, you know, or something like that. So SCQC uncoded service, okay, we can run that in Windows if you want to. In the command prompt, we can actually run that and see if there's any uncoded service paths. But we could also use power up, right? So let's go ahead and go look at power up. So we can scroll up, okay? We have this uncoded service right here, and we can restart the program. So we can do a write service binary name uncoded service. Let's go ahead and grab that. Right now, what an uncoded service path is, it literally means that the path is not quoted. So this space probably between uncoded path service, between common files here, these are not quoted, which means that as it's going through, it's actually going to try to run for service name uncoded service. It's actually going to try to run uncoded path service.exe, uncoded path service, right? So it's actually going to try to run that as it goes through. So all this is going to happen is we can actually just put any executable that's called uncoded path service into here, and it'll actually run that. So let's go ahead and try to do it first with just what PowerShell gives us. And if we can restart, then we can actually stop and restart that service using the uncoded SVC service name. So I'm going to try this first. I hit Control C. What was I thinking? Right click. I click, then we'll right click again, right? We're going to do attack command this time. We're going to say net user, we'll say George. Now the reason I'm doing that is because if we do John again, do we really know what John did it? Because, you know, John's already being used. Then use slash add, and we'll say and net local group administrators slash add George. Okay. I probably should have put quotation marks around him, huh? Let's go ahead and do that. And let's run that. So it should have just ran that user George, blah, 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 okay. If we do it that user, he shouldn't be in here yet. Nope, okay, let's go ahead and restart that service. So let's copy this uncoded service, wherever it is. And I don't actually even know if it's even going to work with the right service binary. There's a couple different ways to do uncoded service paths. So we can also do like invoke service abuse. Let's go ahead and go back to command prompt, and we're going to say an sc stop unquoted service. Okay, service not been started, so sc start unquoted service. Alright, that started. Net user, let's see if George is in here. And George is not. So that one did not work right there, right? But that is okay. Because like I said, there's other ways to be able to actually do this. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to do like an invoke service abuse, I'm thinking. We try something like that. We could try an invoke service abuse. I mean, there's a few things that we could try here to actually get this guy to actually work. But I'm going to try invoke service abuse first. So let's try to do an invoke service abuse. Oh, PowerShell. Attack EP bypass. We'll do an invoke service abuse. Nope, gotta rerun power up. And then we'll do an invoke service abuse. Invoke service abuse. Attack, I believe it's attack service? Or is it attack name? Attack name. Alright. Unquoted service. And then we say, I think we do attack username, is that a thing? Yeah. We say George. Let's try that. Error, reconfigure the bin path on unquoted service. Boom, boom, error. We might have to give it the full path also. Let's say, can I do an up? Invoke service abuse, attack name, unquoted service, attack username, George. Can I do it like that? Or is that not going to work? Okay, that's okay. Invoke service abuse, attack name, it's going to be unquoted service, attack username should be George, attack password, credential, command, force, verbose, debug, error action. Let's go ahead and actually, George, or maybe because George doesn't actually exist, so let's actually do attack command. Attack command, net user, George, p@nsw0d1 /add and net local group administrators /add George. Let's try that. Nope, so we are not able to do it like that. So let's go ahead and make an MSF Venom, and we're going to try to do it the manual way, right? So let's see if this actually closed out or if it's lying to me. Okay, it's just lying to me. So let's go ahead and go back to our unquoted service pass, and let's go ahead and let's actually stop it real quick. Let's see, stop. Service has not been started. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and actually make a. So we're gonna do it in MSF Venom in here, right? MSF Venom. Attack P. We'll do a Windows interpreter, reverse shell. We'll do on port 6666 now. It's gonna be for. It's gonna be called unquoted. We gotta look at the actual name of it, right? We need a real name for it. So this one's going to be called. Let's see here. That's unquoted pass service.exe, right? So go and copy that. Okay. And if we also look at our notes over here, he calls it. Oh, he calls it common.exe. He puts it in probably the common folder or common files. We're actually going to try to put in this unquoted pass service one, and then after that we'll try to put in the common files one. So let's go ahead and look at. Whoops. Okay. Unquoted path service. .exe. We'll do that. Then we'll make another one, and we'll call it common.exe. Now let's do it on out port 666 still. In case this one doesn't work, then we can put it in the common files portion of it. We'll do it like that. Common.exe. So there we go. Okay, so now we got both of those, right? So let's go ahead now and excuse me. So you're placing common.exe into here. We would actually probably have to place unquoted path service into program files, which that most likely will not work. Let's try it. Let's try it anyways. The unquoted path service most likely is not going to work though. So we're just going to do a quick 10, 13, 26, 184. Unquoted path service. We'll save that in the C drive, computer, C drive, program files. Unquoted path service. We're just going to throw like right here. We'll save that. Alright. I don't think that's going to work though, like right there, but we're going to try anyways. We'll close that out. Let's go ahead and actually do a set out port to 666 and we'll run that. Alright, and let's go ahead and try to stop service and we'll restart it. SC start this unquoted service. Okay, so starts pending. See if we get anything back here. We do not. We'll probably have to call it common.exe because it's going to be looked for as it goes through. So we'll call it common.exe and we'll put it in that same place. Yeah, we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and throw it into common.exe into here. Let's go ahead and download that. Did I ever make common.exe? Did common.exe actually work? What happened there? What happened here? Oh, I can actually save it. I just printed it out. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And we'll call this guy common.exe and we'll throw him into that same path. Save. We'll throw him in here. Save. Down complete. Close. And let's go ahead and do a SC stop. Unquoted service. And then we'll say SC start. Unquoted service. What happened? Start service failed. That's a new one for me. Why'd you fail? Service not been started. Let's see, start. Unquoted service. Start service failed with error 193. That's a new one for me, like right there. I wonder if I messed it up from the last time that I did it. That's very, very strange. Let's go ahead and see. It's very, very strange. Okay, let's do a shutdown /R. And while that's doing that, while that's restarting, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. We're going to let that guy restart, and then we'll go back in and we'll try him again with that SC. Now, I did have to, at one point, reset the machine last time, if you remember, to get everything to work properly, because there's just so many attacks going against it at once. So let's go ahead and do that, and we will hop back in this guy and we'll try again. Alright, give me a quick break, and I'm gonna wait for that machine to restart. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back up here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if this machine started back up first off. Yeah, he started. Cool. Connected at least. Alright, cool. So we started back up again. Let's go ahead and ask me later. Okay. I'm going to try to start and stop that service again. The SC service. Go into PowerShell. Make it bigger. Okay. And we will go ahead and we'll try to restart that service again. So let's see, start according to service right. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. Go to command prompt. Let's see, start unqot. And it still fails with that error, huh? And we're not getting any type of callback, are we? Alright, maybe since it's failing with that error, maybe we actually can't get a callback over here. Maybe this is too much for it, like right here. So let's try to do a execute command, right? Like he has an execute command up here, right? And he's trying to do network group administrator's user. We're not going to put user in it. We're going to put like George, or one of the users that we put on there so far, you know. Let's try something like that. And we'll go ahead and we'll do this. But we're actually going to name the user, net user. One of the guys, yeah, Bob. Bob is an administrator, yeah, right? Net local group administrators. Yeah, Bob's not an administrator. So let's go ahead and do Bob, right? So we'll say command net local group administrators Bob /add. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll re-upload that file in there. So let's go ahead and get in that place first. What was that? That was an unquoted service path, right? I don't really remember exactly where it's at. Cleveland program files. That was called unquoted path service. Yep, right here. Let's go ahead and delete. Ooh, that's 0 kilobytes big also. That's not going to work now, is it? No. Oh, we already re-uploaded it, didn't we? Yes. So if that works, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to make that interpreter shell also, that callback shell. Let's go ahead and go into 10.13.26.24. Get that comment.exe again. Or if I just download it too quickly. Save. And we'll go ahead and, yep, count files and close service path, save them in there. Sounds good. Close. And let's try to start that up again. Let's see, start, unquoted service path. Okay, started that time. That's good. Let's do a net user, net local group, administrators. And Bob is now in the administrators group, right? Let's go ahead and actually make a, let's go ahead and do the one that we had before. This comment.exe, like right here. I don't think I need to say execute service. I don't think I need to do that for it. Well, we're going to try this again. Oh my god. I did the same thing as I did last time, didn't I? There we go. I'll put it to there. And let's go ahead and make sure that we wait till that's actually done. Then we'll go ahead and we'll re-download him. We'll run this again. We'll stop that again. Let's go ahead and stop it now. SC stop. Unquoted service. Alright. And then we will do the service not been started. Okay, whatever. Cool. And now we'll re-download that comment.exe. And that looks a little bit bigger. Save that. And we'll save him as this. Save. Yes, we can replace it. And that's okay. Now we actually have something in there. It's not just 0 bytes again. So let's go ahead and do a start again. And it looks like he's kind of hanging like a little bit, so that's good. Seems like he's trying to run something a lot larger, right? Instead of just adding a user. And we get an interpreter shell, get UID, and we are NC authority system. So there we go. Awesome. Okay, so yes, that does work either way. Okay. Let me go ahead and look at my notes like real quick. Unfortunate service pass. We went ahead and we did this like right here, right? Bam. We did this one. Boom, boom, and we went ahead and we threw them into. Went ahead and we threw them over in here, right? Okay. And from there, what we did was we stopped service, or we started up service. That's allowing us to finally get that that uncalled service path. Although it says it failed, it actually worked. And we got a callback. So we'll show our callback right here. Oh, that just closed it out also. That's kind of funny. Probably because it finally just died, right? So maybe that's not the best callback that we ever got. But we were in the authority system for a minute there. The shell did die soon after. Most likely because it's timed out of bug. So we may have to like migrate really quickly, maybe, or something like that. Do another service or something. So we try to run that one more time. We try to migrate maybe. Let's go ahead and plug it out of there. Okay, let's go ahead and run that again. Let's try to do like a quick migrate or something like that. This might take a couple tries. So we would have to migrate into explore.exe. We try that. So 2688. Okay, so we migrated in there. We'll see if this thing actually fails. It did. It failed. And we still have a shell up over here. Okay. Alright, cool. So we get a more stable shell after a quick migrate. And now we're good again. Alright, awesome. So let's go ahead and quit this. Quit. I'll plug you out there, right? Clear that out. And that's going to be it for this video, like right here. So thanks a lot for sticking around. And I will see you guys next time in the next video.